Test.
To the flag.
of the United States of America, the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remember, yeah, there you go. Turn on the microphones.
Okay, thanks for everybody for coming to our April 25th meeting. Roll call, school board members, Usfeldinger and Baseplug are absent, but we do have a quorum. So we can continue. So 4.0 is communications and reports. Turn it over to Mike.
Yeah, I don't have this on there, but I would like to thank Mr. Principal Orr and also the 50 or 60 senior high students today who went down to Fisher to help sandbag. I know they really made a difference, so we appreciate everybody's ability to adjust quickly. And that was very, it was great to have our kids out helping out. And hopefully we don't have to do it again, but if needed, we sure will. So. But we have Melissa Croach here tonight, and she's going to give us an update on our extended learning plans for the summer. Julie Peterson will maybe come in later, but they're kind of coordinating those together with also our ESY program. So Melissa, I'll turn it over to, you'll have to hit that button to turn on the microphone, and let's just update the board.
Just hold it down for a
There
second.
you go.
There we go. I got it. All right. Usually I don't need a microphone, but. All right. Well, good evening, Melissa Croach, and I am going to be coordinating the summer learning program that will be for grades K through 5 at New Heights Elementary. It's going really well. We've been targeting those students who are not at grade level in the math and reading area. And currently, right now to date, we have about 155 students that are registered. And I'm thinking we'll probably have about another 10 to 15 more students that will get registered as well. We have about 10 teachers, K through 5, that have already signed up for summer learning as well, quite a few paras. Mrs. Peterson will probably talk to you a lot about the ESY program, but with that, we're running it coincide together. So out of that 155, about 25 of those students are ESY students. So they will get their time with their resource teacher, and then we'll actually come back into the summer learning program or the Gen Ed classroom. It's really looking like an exciting time because it'll only be 4 weeks long. It's going to start in July 25th and run through August 18th, 8 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. They'll also get a grab and go breakfast. Lunch will be provided. We've got busing provided. And then each day of the week, it might look different for each grade level, but they'll also be offered an enrichment day. STEM activity. It might either be a hands-on activity there at the school, or they might be going on a field trip. For an example, one of the field trips that are lined up, that I have lined up already, is Turtle River. And so looking forward to that for the kids as well, to have that fun activity along with their math and reading process. Is there any questions you have on it?
What were the age groups?
K through 5.
K through 5. Okay.
So it'll be at both schools then, I'm assuming?
Well, so actually let me clarify that. So K through 5 is what I am coordinating. And then there is 6th through 8th that will be the middle school level, but K through 5 will all be held at New Heights. And then 6th through 8th will be held at the high school.
Yep. And Erica Gunville is working
Right.
with Melissa Croach as far as they're coordinating the program for the summer.
Is that number like 155? Is that, do you know, is it about where normal?
I think it's a pretty good number. I'm not really sure if there was another program to really compare it to from the last few years. It's kind of something that we're inventing for,
Yeah.
Especially like with the learning loss from the last couple of years. So I think if this is a starting point, I think it's really good for years to come.
Mhm.
Start
Yeah.
with this 150.
And we have, federal funds that are set aside just for this, that are earmarked for the summer program and for extended learning. So really happy to have Melissa and Eric on board and working in coordination with Julie Peterson. And we have, I was surprised, or not surprised, I was very happy with the number of staff members who
Yes, it's
expressed
exciting.
interest in helping out and teaching this summer. And
And so
I'm
with
excited.
that, each each grade level will be roughly that 10 to maybe 15 a class. So it's going to be a real opportunity for these students to get that support.
So do they have to be invited?
That's kind of how we've done it this year, just because we're really targeting those students who are not at grade level for grade or for math and reading. And so we're able to assist those students and those in those smaller class setting sizes. Any other questions?
No, that's great. Thank you.
All
Good
right.
work.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they'll
Looking
continue to
forward to
keep
that.
us updated and like I said, it doesn't get
Absolutely.
going till late July, but we're excited about the program. It's nice to have all of our buildings available this summer and we'll
Yes.
be, with the food service program and transportation, we think it's going to be a great program. So thank you.
All right.
Melissa.
Thank you.
Julie, anything to update as far as ESY goes? Just you working in coordination with Melissa and Erica?
First time, so it'll be fun. It'll be really fun.
Yeah.
We've always had separate programs and such for just the special ed kids, and we've always had big programs, et cetera, but this will be really fun. And after recess, and so it'll be fun.
Good. Did you have anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Is it? So 5.0 is the consent agenda. Was there anything? I think there was a couple things we wanted to talk about, but anything anybody wanted to pull out of the consent agenda?
There's just a couple notes there. We do have some retirements, so we want to make sure that we recognize Dave Thompson out at South Point. 29 years, is that right, Nancy? Yep, and then also Rose, who will be retiring from food service in 6 years, 7 years of service. So we thank them for all their dedicated service and appreciate all of their efforts. So.
You want to touch on any of the hires?
Yep. And as far as the hires go, you can see there are 6 positions listed there, and 3 of them are mental health professionals, whether it be a school counselor or social worker. With those hires right now, and with the ones that were approved at the last board meeting, we should have a social worker and a counselor for each of New Heights, South Point, and the middle school. And we also will have 3 counselors, and one of them will be working in coordination with Sacred Heart as well. But we've increased the staffing there, so we're very excited to bring on all of the extra help there and support with our social worker and counselor positions.
So how much are we short then?
We should be good to go there now.
So we're good.
Yep.
Okay, with those 2 items, I am going to make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I'll second that motion.
Any discussion? If not, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. All right, on to 6.0 is we need to approve the agenda as presented in board book.
So moved.
I'll second.
All in favor of approving the agenda, signified by stating aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, motion carries. 7.0 is district business. Mike, 7.1 is to approve the 22-23 school district calendar.
Yep, so the calendar planning committee met 5 times, and last week was the final meeting and went through there and adjusted things with parent teacher conferences, with Smart Start, with preschool workshops. So the calendar that has been uploaded into board book and shared with you is coming as a recommendation from that committee. So we need to have that approved before May 1st. And if there are some things that need to be adjusted, we could do that down the road, but we're recommending the approval of the proposed 22-23 school calendar.
I'll make a motion to accept the calendar as presented.
I'll second that motion.
One thing to note on here is that the middle school is going to do something a little different next year. There will be a day in that week before preschool workshop. You can see there's 6th grade orientation, 7th grade orientation, and 8th grade orientation. So the middle school teachers will be working one of those 3 days. And then the trade-off would be they have a day off later, like in February. So they'll be in and they'll be running separate orientation for each grade level, those 3 days. So that's one thing that's different.
Other than that, it's pretty well.
Pretty similar.
Yeah.
There will be an extra workshop day that we'll be using from this year that's going to carry over as well, but that is not listed in the calendar because that's not part of the 185-day contract. We have some good things planned and we're looking forward to that extra professional development time.
Okay, any other discussion? All in favor of approving the 22-23 school calendar signified by stating aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. 7.2 is to approve the revision of the 21-22 school district calendar. Mike?
Yeah, and they're very minor. It's just the early dismissal dates due to some of the changes caused by the storm days, et cetera, et cetera. This coming Wednesday was scheduled to be an early release day. That's now going to be a full day of school, as well as May 18th. And then that last day of school for the students on June 2nd is scheduled to be an early release day at 12:50 and 1:15. So those are the minor changes, but I thought it should be officially approved by this body.
I'll make a motion to approve the calendar adjustments for 2022 as presented.
I'll second.
Any discussion? If not, all in favor of approving the revision of 21-22 school calendar signified by stating aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. 7.3 is to approve the new principal master agreement. Finally came to an agreement. I think it's a good one. Agree. Thank you, Brian. It took a little longer than we thought, but schedules got in the way, so I'll make a motion to approve the principal's master agreement.
I see this Tim Pache's on there on the front.
Uh-oh, we better make sure that's changed. We'll make sure that that's changed to Tom
second.
Pache. There you go.
Second from Tim. Any discussion? Not all in favor of approving the principal's master agreement signified by stating aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion carries. Wow. You know, I've been on the longest board meeting and I think I've had the shortest board meeting, and this is,
That beat the last.
I think it did. I'm pretty impressed. Tom, you got any comments?
Just, I guess I'm good. I hope we get through April and get through winter and get into spring, and everybody has a good end of the May into the end of the school year. So
I agree.
that's it.
Lynn?
No, I don't have too many. Hope everybody is staying dry. I doubt that's the case, but glad the students went and helped out in Fisher, and that's really nice to see. I just wanted to ask Brian, like, the next meeting will be in May, so are we gonna get updates as far as like graduation and things like that?
You want to know right now?
Since you're new, you have to do it all.
Just so you are handing out diplomas, so there you go. You and Eric are gonna hand out.
Oh, well, I'll buy a new outfit. So- Yeah, I suppose there's not too much else. I just feel like we need to wrap up this year. It's been chaos, but no, that's all.
I have nothing tonight.
Yeah, it's hard to believe we only got about a month left, so
Yeah.
stay the course, and thanks for everybody for getting us through and get a little sunshine so we get the crop in the
Okay,
ground.
good.
Yeah.
So
I'll make a motion to adjourn. Before. Oh,
next
sorry.
meeting is scheduled for May 9th, 2022, so I will take a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
I'll second. Motion, meeting is adjourned.